Hey, greetings to everyone. Beetlejuice, or Betelgeuse. A beetle goose. Wonder what a beetle goose actually looks like. Is it like a goose with 6 legs and an exoskeleton? Do, like, beetle gooses, when they fly through the sky, form into V's to, fly more efficiently or something like that? Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything fixed back up. Hey, Ota coming, whatever. So yes, hi, hi. Apparently, Kerbal Space Program is loading really, really slowly. Now, if it was Beetlejuice, it would have extra vowels in there. That's Guse is Beetle Goose. Yeah. Beetle geese. Beetle geese might migrate, and then you have to ask, do they get hunted? Interesting fact. Do you know that, like, old gramophone records, they would be made of something called shellac, which was essentially, I believe it was this exoskeletons of beetles that were crushed and formed into a kind of hard plastic. So yeah, think about that for a moment. That they used to make records from bugs before they invented this thing called polyvinyl chloride or polyvinyl acetate. Polyvinyl acetate is used for, like, single pressings of records, where you want to do a limited run. Can I get Pliny the Elder outside the USA? I don't actually know, and I have a bottle I have 3 bottles upstairs, but they're being kept for Thanksgiving because we'll have people in. Well, basically people in. Let's see what's going on. I don't have any particular thing planned, so let's do LS. Thanksgiving. We could try building like a flying turkey or something. No, I actually get plenty of ideas for things to do. Well, that's a good question. What is the mission this evening? I was actually noticing that they have some new default parts and everything. You got any play? No, actually, I'm on tea. The reason is that both Amy and Sky were actually very sick, and I suspect that if they were both sick, then I'm very likely to end up getting sick, and therefore I don't want to have something nice as Pliny coming back up, basically. So I'm fully expecting this will happen at some point in the next few days. Until then, though, we are going to just mess around. I'm going to come back out of here, actually. I was hoping to have Elite 1.5 or whatever today, but of course, we have problems. So it's not going to happen. Oh, look! Because it was Halloween, I found my flying goggles. Oh, yeah. So now I can totally look the part here. Oh man, my nose gets super itchy. Nose gets itchy when I'm live. There, I can totally look the part. Okay. What? Tally-ho! Chalks away, let's get everybody ready. God, let's give the Hun a good beating in his behind and send him home. Look, we have the satellite launcher. So, a satellite launcher is a new stock aircraft. As you see, it carries, it has this new jet engine here, the Panther Afterburner. And underneath we have this stubby little beastie here, which is in fact, would you believe, it is in fact a rocket. Yes, let's launch this whole thing just to demonstrate how it actually works. Okay. Yes, the goggles are back. Got to be extra careful when we're flying to such high altitudes. We can't do this unless we are properly prepared for all the eventualities that may in fact arise due to this endeavor, let's say. Let's throttle the engine up and watch that. Look at the animation of that. Is that not beautiful? My, what a marvelous piece of technology the boys have developed. Yes, Jerry has nothing to match this, I don't doubt. Now, hold on. Gear up. Gear up. And yes, so we're just going to cruise to altitude. Yeah. Well, it's there's a lot of concepts here. Oh. No, jolly good governor. I'll have you know, Cockney pilots were not the kind of individuals to be allowed. Cockneys? In an aircraft? Good Lord, no, they push their, wheelbarrows around London. Can't put them in the... That's a terrible thing I'm doing. Tally-ho! Ha! Oh, big fan from India. Good lord, which part of India? Okay. I don't know how you'd try a posh British accent. We're trying to fly this spacecraft, and you know what? There's no audio here for some... Oh yeah, I can just hear it now. This is weird. What's really great is I'm wearing this, you know, hoodie here, which is obviously totally authentic. I should get my, like, flying jacket or something, right? Get the, what do you call it? The scarf. It is actually pretty chilly tonight. The temperature has dropped quite alarmingly. One of the funny things is, because of these goggles, I have to actually look down at the keyboard to see where everything is. Let's just take a look. So we're going to put this thing into orbit and see how far it goes. I have to say, it does look a little like the space program version of those people who drive pickup trucks and have, well, testicles hanging from the bottom of them at the back. Have you seen those? I know they're very much an American thing. It's only tea tonight because I'm worried about my health. If you saw my stream earlier, you'll know that why I'm not swapping my USB connections around to try and get my HOTAS working. Unfortunately, when I seem to switch USB connections, it seems to cause my left mouse button to stop working, which is really, really annoying. How ridiculous do you have to be to let that kind of bug get through your QA process? Do you want to see it from my what it looks like from my point of view? Let's try this for a little while. Okay, while we're flying, look. Okay, there we go. Now that's what it looks like to be flying in a plane. This is ridiculous. Okay. Oh man, that's hot. I think I shall abandon this for now, unless somebody really has a thing. Okay, so we're getting up. Speed is actually dropping off, so I'm going to slow this down. We should just fire up the afterburner. So yeah, toggle mode here. Oh no, I didn't mean to shut down the engine. I meant activate the engine. Toggle mode is what I meant. There we go. Full on afterburner power to the rescue. I like how everything starts to turn red hot here. That's really, really good. Okay, we're going to get this up. What I'm going to do is around 10 kilometers I'm going to go into... I just found that in a hat store. The Berkeley hat store, right? Berkeley hat store does all these things. Am I streaming a video? No, I'm flying this thing. Does it not look like I'm flying this thing? Look, my hands are on here. Tell me, come on stream, which way should I roll to prove that I'm going? First answer in stream shows will be the way I roll. Left or right? Come on. Come on, people are asking, thinking I'm streaming a video, should have an idea. Left or right? Strange, so key binding is I have a mouse cursor, battles, blah 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 blah. Never mind. Right! Okay, we're rolling to the right. There we go, you see? Anyway. More importantly, we're now going about Mach 1 and I need to kind of flatten this thing out. So I'm gonna come get the altitude up just a bit. So we're now hopefully going to pick up some real speed here, and then around a certain altitude what we're going to do is flatten out, pick up a lot of speed, and then pull up into a steep climb, and then once the thing really starts to slow down we'll launch this little thing. Yeah, Twitch plays KSP. That's do a backflip, do a barrel roll. A barrel roll is where you're trying to I believe you have to yaw and everything else. What would you think would happen if I tried to do a loop at this speed? We're only going just above Mach 1. Hull from nullsec. What is Hull? Oh, you mean, is that hello from nullsec? Yes. Which part of nullsec? The west, the east, the south? Are you in deep Declan or in the Cloud Ring? A Sky and Orion are both around 10. Like, let's not talk about them too much. Okay, now we're up to about 10 kilometers. How's my thrust doing? Is my thrust actually... My thrust is actually dropping off. So what I'm going to do is flatten out my trajectory just a bit. And then watch the thrust actually rise as the speed comes up, because now we're squeezing more and more air in here. What do you mean mid nullsec? Mid nullsec is Empire. Like, there's Empire is in the middle, and then around the outside is nullsec. There's no such thing as mid nullsec. Yeah, we're not gonna. No, we're not doing that. We don't have any towers here. That would be probably a little dangerous. Hello from Sweden, and hello in the UK. We are glad to have you here. Okay, thrust is starting to tail off a bit, but our altitude is actually increasing relatively quickly. Hopefully we can still continue to accelerate to a reasonable velocity. If I can get it up... Well, so that's us over Mach 2, right? Just questioning how fast I think I can get it. Now we're starting to slow down just a touch. Now is the time to actually get into that steep climb here. Oh. The problem is I'm going to bleed off too much speed here. There we go. I think 20-degree climb is probably fine. Maybe not. Whoa, wow, look at the speed on that. Oh, the thrust is really dropping off quickly there. But I think we will be fine here. How does the missile know where it is? What do you mean, how does the missile... I'm going to fly the missile. The missile is going to fly manually, and it's probably going to take a visit to the moon, to be honest. Yes, the F-15 presumably does some sort of zoom climb. It might even do a vertical climb, but I don't honestly know. This thing has plenty of delta V, so actually it's quite capable of going wherever it needs to. We're still going high. At what point should I detach this thing, I wonder? Yeah, look, our horizontal speed is starting to flatten out. So I'm gonna fire this now. Ready? Go! Whoa! We almost lost that. Up. There we go. Up into like a 40-degree climb. And we shall leave that behind. You are no more any use to me. Now, we're going into orbit. This thing's actually doing pretty well here. We just got to make sure we get above most of the atmosphere so that the atmosphere is no longer slowing us down, no longer reducing our velocity here. This is a stock aircraft. It's actually in the standard install. And I just noticed it. I thought, oh, I wonder what the best way to fly this thing is. I wonder how far this spacecraft can actually be taken. Okay, so we're just going to keep flying this thing up here. Let's bring out the... Let's bring this out, our liquid fuel. You know, yes, whatever. What am I gonna do? I don't have any way to rescue Jeb. Oh, there, yes, he evaporated. There's UFOs out there, I tell you. Okay, now that's going. I'm gonna flatten this trajectory out now that we're going up fast enough. And once we get just above the atmosphere, that will be the time. 77, 78, 79. Okay, that's pretty good. 48 kilometers. I think that will let us get all the way out of the atmosphere here. Yeah, I don't think that Elite Dangerous is going to develop in the same way that EVE Online. They just aren't going for that kind of experience. And, you know, I've talked with David about this, and they have a much more controlled notion they have for things. And that's the way they want to do things, right? Well, what I remember talking about was a version of a dark multiplayer that would just be a spectator version. I would love that, right? Okay. Hold on. There we go. I met my wife when I was DJing at a house party. That's really what happened. And the rest, as they say, is history. I should wear a rocket costume. I'm not sure what a rocket costume would look like. Okay, we're above the atmosphere now. Gonna wait until we get close to this. And then we're gonna just go flatten the horizon and throttle to 100%. Let's get this thing into orbit. Hopefully, the thing will work rather well. So look at that. Look at this really, really tiny launcher. Notice this has pretty much all the hardware you would want from a spacecraft. Oh, and apparently we've run out of fuel here. Okay, and we haven't made it into orbit. Now this will take us the rest of the way. Why do I have two of these when it can just have one? One of the little inline ones. Well, I have to say, I was a DJ for a very long time before I got a girl, and that girl happened to be Amy. You know, I was very happy with the way that worked out. No! Should we go to the moon? Do you think we can land this on the moon? Or should we go further afield? We have just a little bit of fuel here. Science missile of doom. Yeah, let's target the moon. Okay, set as target. Stay on target. Stay on target. This is the place to go for that maneuver. Oh, overshot it just a bit. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. 861. And 14-kilometer peri-moon. I don't really DJ as much as I would like to, let's say. I would really love to have the time to DJ properly, but, you know, when I'm making videos for you, and I really don't have time to play tunes, but I do have time to listen to tunes all the time. Lots of listening to tunes. Tunes are just everything. This is totally a stock vehicle in 1.05. I should make the new... You mean the new Origin? The Blue Origin, whatever? Oh... They call it the Shepherd or whatever. 876... Sorry, I'm trying to read this at the same time. 3, 2, 1... I mean, I could try and get... Okay, so I could try and get Elite working, but there's a pretty good chance that if I plug in the HOTAS, that we are gonna break the game. We can do this, and then I can probably try the... I can try the rocket launch that was yesterday, because what they wanted to do is they landed it back on the pad. And that is not a trivial operation by any means. Okay, there we go. Throttle to 100%. There we go. So we're now taking this out to the moon. I've thought about playing a lot of games. So, if you haven't heard, my computer had some weird glitches. My graphics card died, and now I'm having issues. And now I'm basically getting a new computer, and I've ordered all this stuff here. I'm going to turn off the gimballing here, because I think this thing is wasting a bunch of thrust on the vectoring here. And this probe core should have enough power to keep this thing straight. Let's, require? What's this? Require complete? That's not something... Not seen that before. There is actually a limit to how deep you can dig in Space Engineers. Below that, all parts are deleted. That's a shame. I was wanting to do Journey to the Center of the Earth in Space Engineers. Hey, Zymex OP. Zymex, that sounds like a drug. You know, I was playing Fallout, and you know, the Zymex is totally OP. There you go, where I'm playing a joke, making a joke. I do have Fallout 4, but I'm not going to play it, because odds of Fallout 4 not breaking things are pretty remote. Fallout 4, just one of those things. Okay, I'm going to X. Let's see our situation here, just very carefully. I'm just going to hold this. Oh, X. And now we're going to hit... We've gone through... Oh, wait, no. Periaps 259. 41. That's close enough for me, okay? Now, do I have enough Delta V to actually land on there? No, this is for real... No, this may be a toy spacecraft, but it's a real scale Kerbal... You know, it's not a realistic scale, but it's a Kerbal scale. Extend, that's what we're going to do. We're going to extend these things out for good measure, because they might, you know, look good or something. Ah, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so... I'm going to Warp to here. Warp here. Across the thing. The space elevator. Yeah, somebody tried to make a space elevator in Space Engineers. That's a very good point. Okay. Add the maneuver. Bring things down. And that's actually the perfect place for us to set that up. Oh. I'm going to just slow that down as much as it'll let me. Oh. 26. Great! Yeah, Space Engineers, like, I don't think it has physics strength. Like, it'll... If you hit things with a hammer, they break. But it's not like Kerbal Space Program, where if you have two joints that are joined by something that is too strong or is putting too much force on them, that they will rupture, basically, under their own force. Okay. And there we go. Get ourselves into orbit. Right now I'm testing out one of the default aircraft. So one of the new aircraft that was added was this satellite launcher. And yeah, it does. I wanted to see if you could actually put something on the surface of the moon with this. You see their fuel limit is getting kind of low here. Okay, so just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. 33. We're going to actually make a maneuver around the other side now. Okay. Although, yeah, that'll be fine. Let's just go around. We're taking a really tiny, teeny tiny spacecraft to the surface of the moon. I'm quite impressed by how small that is. I'm not sure. I wonder actually whether it will land safely. Okay, so we're going to point retrograde and then just bring the periaps down. So it looks like we're going to be coming down over that crater. I think I'm going to aim for this region here for a landing site. So I'm just very carefully bringing this down pretty low. This is a really bad place for me to approach. So this is the best place for me to actually attempt a touchdown. So I'm actually burning kind of late there. 9, 7, 6, 5. There, we're going to actually start intersecting. Okay, so this will be the region where I begin to try my touchdown. I could always call it an impact probe, and I would be totally correct. It will, in fact, impact. The question is, will it impact at a velocity which is useful for making seismic measurements or useful for making... measurements of other interesting things. Yeah, I do actually, but I really like playing non-spaceship games all the time. I love any game which is cool, and I also like any game which has awesome music and indie tunes. Big fan of indie music and video games. Okay. Here we go! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, oh, no. Now we got those thrusters going. There. Bringing my speed down rather rapidly. 1, 2... you know what? I think this is going to be an impactor because I don't have enough fuel to slow myself down to 0. Yes, there we go. And bingo. So yes, it is in fact going to be an impactor. It's going to be an impact. You know what game haven't played that I really I like toyed around with, but I never seriously played, but I've loved it every time I've watched other people play it. Is Crypt of the Necrodancer. It's like a rhythm game. Here we go. Here we go. Bang. Well, so much for that. I think I have Sunless Sea. Hold on. Here's one of the problems with the window capture properties. Capture layered windows. Let's see if that works. No, that doesn't change it. Yeah, it doesn't show. It doesn't show like my Steam window. I'm gonna just see compatibility mode. I should try that.
Okay. Nah, it doesn't matter now. I just want to actually switch over back and forth. Yeah, you know, Open Broadcaster used to do like a desktop capture, and so you would be able to see other windows I overlaid over the top of that. And so that would be how I would show you my massive collection of games in Steam. And just somebody asked, Sunless Sea. Sunless Sea. You know what? I don't actually have Sunless Sea, but I might actually have it. Maybe I just haven't exchanged the thing. Yes, well, the science missile of doom did important stuff. I could probably optimize that thing a little. I have logged way more than I would otherwise have if it wasn't for the fact that you guys keep wanting me to play the game. Let's try doing the Blue Origin thing. So Blue Origin, they did their whole, you know, hey, look at our cool spacecraft. We'll do this, right? You think I would like Planet Base? I'm sure I would love Planet Base. Okay, so actually this is what we're going to do. No, we're going to do that. Don't save. We're going to have this on top, and then we're going to have this underneath. There, so this will be the Blue Origin capsule with the windows that you can look down and float around and stuff, right? This is going to need a serious parachute on it. So let's put the parachutes on it. Big parachute on the front, and some parachutes on the side, maybe. Parachutes on the side. Where are these things? I am not seeing. Oh, there we go. There. I was about to say I can no longer see these. Perhaps they've removed them. Right. No, they put those there. And we should probably have some sort of like landing legs just to cushion the impact. There we go. So these things will land on the ground. Well, let me just open this. There! So that'll be how this thing lands. Okay. So now we need a launch vehicle. And the launch vehicle is going to start... It's actually going to start from a thinner rocket, oddly enough. This one has 3 parachutes as well, notice, you see? Now I'm just going to put it on a solid rocket booster, and this thing is going to be horrendously unstable because our center of pressure is so far forward. So we're going to need big wings on this for now. Just for testing, right? I'm going to probably fix this. Those might be too big. Where's the big but not insanely big is what I want. Big but not the size of a small country. These might work. What do you think? Well, it's worth finding out. Let's call this BO, right? The BO. Now, the Blue Origin's actually interesting because, of course, it's using a... It was supposed to be using a methyl ox system. That's methane liquid oxygen. That was one of the cool things we were developing. I think that Dennis Tito has probably missed his window, to be honest. It was a cool concept, but I don't think the money is there to do this. At the same time, I would totally do it. Oh, this thing is actually flying. Okay. It will actually fly like that. Let's see how stable it remains. You'd hate to be in the cupola during re-entry. Well, it's not going to be getting... it's not going to be entering at such a speed that they have to worry about thermal radiation coming back in. It's more for the passengers so they can look down on this planet that they've left. Okay, now, what I really should have is some Sepatrons or something on here. Oh, look, these parachutes are warning me that they're being pushed too fast. That's good, that means we're going faster than the speed of sound. Excellent. Wait for this thing to slow down just a bit. Because if I fire it now, it's entirely possible that the drag pulls these things apart. Or pushes these things back together again. So if I do it now... There. Hopefully. And I'll deploy these. Okay. In fact, I could deploy my parachutes. Are there any good space-related games out there? Define these things. I'm a little confused by that. Oh, look, that's kind of cool. You know what I should do? Transfer crew. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Transfer to here. Camera. Oh well, I've missed my chance. I was hoping to have somebody in here looking down, but never mind. No, we're just testing it. We just want to make sure that it can survive the landing. This is what we do. You do testing, right? No, there's all sorts of cool games that you might like, but I made a video where I talk about the best free games, and we specifically talk about Buzz Aldrin's space. Or actually, it's Race into Space is the one. Oh wow, this thing is coming down. It might actually land a little too close to the. Oh darn! I opened this. I opened these chutes. Darn. Okay. Well, yes. I should have opened my parachutes a little earlier. The parachute icons went red because I opened them when they were going too fast. Yes. Death! Okay, we're going to put these little Sepatrons on it, actually, just as a second opportunity or something. And we'll put 4 of them on. Oh, no, this way. That's right. Okay, so these will push it away. Okay, look, the whole thing was flying kind of well, right? I should build a solid rocket booster with wheels and 2 Sepatrons in the front. My orbit mace, a solid rocket, okay, something, whatever. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna fire these here. Why do I have 3 of them? I want 4. And the other thing I need to do is put somebody down below. Valentina is going to see what goes on here. Launch once again. No, I think we'll actually have enough. I think the deceleration from the atmosphere will be sufficient. But we'll find out. Okay, there we go. Okay, throttle 100%. Oh yeah, probably should enable my stability control just a bit. Once again, we continue our ascent to explore the edge of space. Oh yeah, well I can do that. Hold on. We can do... So these are these guys. And that's this guy. And there's Valentina's view. From up here. You see that? Oh, and there we go. And then the next stage is pushes it far away so that it doesn't end up going too close. Landing gear deployed. Let's deploy the landing gear for descent downwards. And I guess we could deploy these chutes now. What mic am I using? I use a Blue Snowball, although it's a Snowball by Blue. Blue is a microphone company, but it is actually Chrome, it's not Blue. Although, I won't be surprised if there is a Blue version from Blue. Okay. Let's just time accelerate. So now she can actually look down at this. Where is that other bit that we left behind? It's there. See that? It's just falling behind us. I wonder if it's going to crash into us. Can't stop Val now, she's having such a good time. She's having a ball, she's looking down at the ground. On a collision course, she is a spacecraft. She's gonna go, whoa, 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 explode. I don't know, I can't make up words for this. How these I think these ones are about $100, but I could be wrong. I will point out, Black Friday is a good time to buy hardware for these kind of things. I, however, made a really stupid decision. That's not true, actually. There's a lot of stuff already on sale, but I bought a bunch of stuff. There we go, that's one. I bought a bunch of stuff already, and we are going to see what it looks like when it works together. With making video, does KSP ever see... Yes, sometimes it feels like a chore to say... What am I gonna do tonight? What? And you know what? I don't know the the toy system that I did today, I was like, let's see what happens. I wasn't sure that it was such a good idea ultimately. There we go. Look, we're coming down. We're again pretty close to that building there. Good thing I can just time accelerate. It's called Black Friday supposedly because that's the day of the year that many retailers actually enter the black, which means that their profits for the year they actually have profits rather than losses. They're losing money for the rest of the year. It's a relative term apparently. I don't know, but that's why it's called Black Friday by people in the business. And yeah, it turns out they also have the Cyber Monday, which is when people go to work and they decide that they want to, log in using their work computer to buy things. Okay, so at least that lands. Okay. Now, we're going to revert flight. We need a bigger one, right? No, it's not no. The religious explanation is related to God's almighty dollar in the United States. And it's just all about, cash. Cash! Sell it for cash! Okay, I guess we're going to try these engines here. I'm just trying to think what would make a good... I think we have to do like a 2.5 meter drop. It doesn't really make that much sense, but I'm going to do that. Look, there we go. Yeah, I was looking at the specs. Blue Origin's engine apparently throttles way down. Its throttle range is way better than what SpaceX is doing. The SpaceX Merlin is relatively low tech, I guess is the word. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. And then we're going to need landing gear on the bottom, right? Landing gear's under this. And if you watch that thing coming down, it's like crazy. It looks like you're like, oh my god, they're not going to slow down in time. And then it just totally like, unlocks and lands. Okay, so that needs to be lower. So we get these, offset, drag. Don't drag me down. It does not want to drag down. Okay. Blue Origins, they've been around for a while, but they're basically founded by Jeff Bezos of Amazon, who has a very efficient hairstyle as well, if I remember correctly. Okay, I guess we're going to have to put some I-beams on this. I'm going to use I-beams for... Is that the best option, actually? Yeah, I don't know. We're going to do that. Ah, there. That's it. And then we're going to attach the landing gear to that and see if that'll help. Landing gear! Okay, that's pretty good. So that should get it lower down. Start retract there. It lands on that. Now we need little winglets for initial control, but we want to be careful because if they're too big, they will actually get in the way once we're on descent. But what I'm going to do is add air brakes up the top. You know what? Actually, I'm going to actually... Now I think about it, why am I doing this? No, what I want is this new engine. I want the super gimballing awesomeness engine, right? The one that can actually control the vector. A vector is something with magnitude and direction. Or direction and magnitude. Yes, whatever. I'm not getting an Oculus as far as I know because it's just not fun to watch people play video games on Oculus Rift. And I don't tend to play games that I don't let people watch. Basically, if I'm not able to share, I'm not that interested. So instead of having the flaps, what do you call them? Instead of the flaps that the SpaceX thing has, the grid fins, I'm going to have air brakes. That's what I'm going to have. So that will then once I'm falling down, these things will fold out, and it should then move the center of mass all the way back, right? So let's call this BO2, right? Save, launch. I will say I've played Elite on the Oculus, and I think Elite Dangerous is the definitive virtual reality spaceship game. Lunar Flight is really good, and it's super cheap. But if you have an Oculus and if you don't have Elite Dangerous, you are wasting so much time. Okay. Oh, wow. There we go. Look at this. I think you need a slider on this. You need a slider. Oh, yeah. Gimbal limit. That's what we need. There. You need to really adjust that during descent. What about everyone has an Oculus and we can all watch? Well, that will be a marvelous day, except that you won't be able to. So I got cold feet. I started looking at EDFX, but then I kind of get concerned about how good it was going to be. Okay, so we're trying to get up to 100 kilometers, right? Oh, yes, I need a probe core on that booster. Yes, somebody being smart and actually thinking about things. They pointed out that I don't have a probe core on there. You know, you'd think that after 10,000 hours of this, I would actually have a clue about what I'm doing, but no. Straight up, more on here. To be fair, I'm very tired because I was cleaning up puke all night. Have I played Arena Commander? Have you seen me playing Arena Commander repeatedly? I've posted dozens of videos of Arena Commander. One of my favourite videos I posted of Arena Commander was during the Hornet, the first Free Fly week, where they let everybody have the Hornets. You know, the best Hornet is the fighter. And then everyone was flying those, and I decided to come in an Aurora, and I won the round, right? So I did it to music. I just posted it. So yeah, I just basically owned a bunch of Hornet pilots in an Aurora. I will say it was an Aurora LN. It had missiles. It was kid puke, right? That's just what it is. That's the nature of things. Okay. Who have we got? Oh, there she is. She can totally see out of this thing. Oh, this looks awesome. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Okay, so the camera goes back inside there. That's what we're doing. Going up fast. I'm just leaving everything out right now. So it's nice that this thing is stable without fins, because we're going to need those in for descent. Okay, so we want to get just over 100 kilometers, right? 50, 60, 70... Okay, I think we're pretty close. I think I'm going to stop there and then try my staging at this point. So that thing is going to accelerate a little more. And it gets to just over 100 kilometers. Brilliant! So this thing is set. And the probe is now going to have to do its thing. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. I should probably well, actually, I think we'll see how this thing goes. But I think at some point I'm going to do that. Interesting. Have I seen The Void? It's Oculus within a physical room. I don't know. I remember in Britain there used to be this TV show called Tomorrow's World, and that was the first place where I saw anything that was like VR, and this was in the 1980s. Now, I have not been able to find this clip online, but what it had was a TV on wheels with sensors, and it had like little wireframe that would update every few seconds. So they would take the TV and they would grab it and they would roll it over, and it would be like, oh look, I can see this room. There's the television there. It would be like a wireframe television. It used sonic location, right? I don't know how to make this thing. I guess I could have. I could have this thing deploy at a really low pressure, right? So I'm going to deploy that as my drogue, right? So this thing should get up to altitude. Meanwhile, this thing is going to be leading the charge. So this is the one that I want to be with, actually. So if I do an F5 now, because we're above the atmosphere, and I switch to this, now I can deploy the air brakes, right? So that should keep me pointing vertically. That's the thing. And we will have retrograde pointing enabled, but in surface mode. Don't do that. Surface, 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 surface. Okay, that's us coming down now. And at this point, what I should really be doing is making a maneuver to bring myself over this way. Alright? So that we end up landing back on the pad. But I don't think I think I've overdone that. I've overcooked my maneuver. Now what will be really interesting is... Oh, shoot. This thing's 14 kilometers away. Okay. I can probably fire my engines a little more. Just so that that thing remains in range. That's the idea. 33 kilometers. Okay, so now that thing is going to catch up on us because we've put some serious force. Wow, we're coming down at like 1 kilometer per second. It's really going to be interesting to see if this thing can slow down in time. Look at this go! This is where I should have Kerbal Engineer and have it telling me what my deceleration time is. 500, 5,400, 300. Oh, we're subsonic. 200. Okay, throttle, engines up. Okay. And... okay, we kind of landed that. Now, let's see where the other spaceship is. The other spaceship got deleted from existence, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate. I would really like to know what happened to that thing, so let's reload it and see what happens. I thought that was pretty good, actually. You know, they totally did a suicide burn. That's what I want to be able to do. Okay, so let's see how this thing goes. Can it actually land safely? Assuming the other thing, you know, manages it. Assuming that someone is able to pilot that thing with some skill, can it... yeah, it gets deleted. So it needs to accelerate so that it gets closer to the parent object. Look at this thing go! Look, oh, look, it looks like there's no problem at all here. Now, the question is, does this slow down enough? Because the other thing actually slowed down enough to go subsonic. And this thing is really working hard. Val is really, 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 really... oh, what? Okay. Yes. So, what I want to do... close. So wait, did I accidentally deploy this thing? Disarm. I'm going to disarm it. So we'll retry this again and see if I can deploy it or something. I don't really know. Definitely needs something or other. Does Kerbal Engineer work? It probably does, but doing this without Kerbal Engineer, without the comfort zone of a suicide burn, yeah, the comforting status on your suicide burn. Because, that's what we really feel reassuring about is suicide burn and data. Yes. Yes, that was definitely a bald flight. Whoa! Wow! Oh, wow! Wow, wow, wow! No, 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 no! You come back here! You come back here! Oh, we're almost. Go green, go green, go green! Oh, yes! Yes! So, it is possible, I tell you. It is! Okay. So it just needs a way to make this thing only deploy when it's like super last minute. I just need more boosters. Huzzah! Look. Survival is possible. I don't know if the losing control actually helped. But that's a pretty good landing. Okay, so back to back to things. You know what? Back to the Space Center. We'll recover this. And I've got a few changes that I want to do, right? Because let me think about this. Yeah, well, let's put air brakes on this thing. I think air brakes will actually help it. And then we will put we'll get rid of those little Sepatrons. So we get the BO2, we're going to make the BO3. Okay, get rid of that. You just finished watching the front bit. The front... I'm really confused when people talk about previous streams. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Okay. Man, there's no convenient place to put these things, is there? That's the place for it. Well, it covers the thing. No, we're going to use air brakes. That's what we're going to use for deceleration. The air brakes are going to help us slow down, although they currently cover that there. We're going to have to come up with some other routine for that. Maybe, actually. Hold on. There, look. Okay, and we can move this up a little. Oh, you see, it no longer wants me to attach those. But if I move those there... Okay, stick those there, and then I'll stick the air brakes right there. I think that's a pretty cool design if you ask me, right? Okay, and then we've got rid of that. Now we need to figure out how to land this thing. Good, okay. So let's try this. We're going to make this a BO3. Save, and then launch. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to get reasonable sized air brakes, right? Because that's not what I had in mind when I asked for air brakes. And I'll make it clear that I made a big argument in the Experimentals channel. We really need air brakes. Because at the time, the atmosphere in stock was just insanely slippery. And it was getting almost impossible to land any of the space planes because you would just run off the end and the brakes were not strong enough. So I was like, listen, we need air brakes to slow down. Look at this thing. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Crew could air brake with their arm. Yes, I used to do that in the car. I would stick my hand out the window and I would feel the pressure of the air. Became pretty fun. I never managed to lose my arm, thankfully. Oh, you know what? I don't have any crew on this, interestingly enough, I'll bet you. Hold on. I don't have any crew on this thing. That's actually pretty funny. Okay. So apparently I managed to launch this thing without any crew, and I didn't think about it. I know it says fix the gimbal rate. I'll fix it. I'm not that bothered. I'm really not caring. I just I want to see where this goes. Okay, 100 needs a little bit of a boost, but I think this will make it. So now we need to separate these, but not before I deploy. Once I get high enough, we'll deploy the air brakes. And this is where having some of those things that would actually tell us where the deployment was, where the landing spot would be really nice. Air brakes deployed. Now we're separated. And this thing, up here on top, unfortunately, there's no cruise, so I can't deploy gear or anything. This, on the other hand, should give me some sort of control here. Okay, apparently it's not giving me any control of note. I thought I would have just enough torque to do something. I need some RCS thrusters here, don't I? I can tell. Maybe if I just throttle that engine just a touch. No, wait a second. Oh, no electric charge. How come this generated no electric charge? Are you serious? Okay, let's fix this thing. So, couple of minor fixes that I need to do here. First of all, put some crew in it, which means going to the astronaut complex and selecting a bunch of new victims. There we go. Nice gog. Yes, oh yes, they're still on here. And fill it. By fill it, I mean don't cut it finely. I mean, you know, fill it. And we should definitely put RCS thrusters on, but we also need like straight up batteries here to keep this thing alive during its ascent. So we shall get a little battery in here. Where we put batteries in here, don't we? Batteries in here. There we go. Rechargeable battery pack, and then we're going to put in a little flat RCS pack here. That's not it. This one. So this will be where we get our RCS lateral thrust or whatever, just because we're going to need it. I guess we can just use these. Place anywhere. 4 of them. That'll get us descent. Our RTGs? No, we don't need that. Okay. Save and launch. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm stretching my back here. Apparently, it wasn't generating electric charge or something went wrong there. I have no idea. Yeah, Tweak Scale is a really good mod. I like Tweak Scale a lot. Okay, there we go. Now, the hard part will be trying to aim for this. Look at it, it's fishtailing on its way up. I think what I'm going to do is cut the gimbal limit down just a touch. That's pretty funny, watching that thing go. Oh, pushing the buttons wrong. Gotta get this back over there. I have to say... Oh! RCS. Let's get this going again. There we go. Increase the gimbal limit. I can get this thing back under control. Come on, you know you want to do it. Straight up. Okay, there we go. Thanks to the power of increased gimbal rate, I can actually keep this thing running. Yes. That was totally intentional, just to demonstrate the huge gimbal range that we have on this thing. Okay. Where do we go? 34, 35. Yeah, we'll stream the build when the PC actually arrives. We have a box. We have the case there. We have the CPU fan. We don't have anything else. Newegg split it into 2 shippings for some reason after I paid for expedited shipping. So, kind of disappointed with that. Okay, so we're going to stage. And here we're going to press brake. Oh, not gear, brakes. We're going to deploy air brakes. These air brakes are being deployed here. Good. I like how this thing is just floating alongside the rest of the spacecraft. It will actually make landing it perhaps a little easier. Next, let's deploy the gear on this thing. Gear, brakes. The specs on the new PC are, it's an Intel i7-6700K, GTX 980 Ti, 32 gigs of memory. You know, that's basically... I like how this is just sitting here. Camera, V. Now, where is it? There it is, there, look. You can take a look out the window and watch it. What's my altitude? I'm gonna... where is my altitude here? Where's the altitude in this cockpit? I would think that this would have altitude. Okay, F5. Save this. So that thing will probably be fine. So I'm actually... Well, actually, let's do this in two parts, right? Because I can't do both at the same time. So let's see how this thing works. Does it slow down quickly enough to land safely, right? So it's going to go... And we'll see actually which one comes down first. Yeah, it's basically... I mean, here's the simple fact is that this whole YouTube thing is technically a business. And so working on my old 3570K with a, you know, AMD 7970, it's just not working for me anymore. Okay, slow down. Okay. This thing's working as well. Let's go into retrograde mode. Oh. Okay, how's that going? 3 kilometers away. And then what I'm going to do is throttle to 100%. Switch to this thing and deploy parachutes. Now this thing can actually land. What's my altitude? I can see my shadow. There we go. Unfortunately, I think we're going to land on a hill. We might actually fall over because of that. Actually, what I need to do... Oh, crap. Okay, let's slow down a little. Okay, so yes, not quite. Oh, yes, yes. Get myself straight. Totally, we landed it, and the other part is just gonna land next to it, hopefully. Let's switch to it. There it goes. Oh, excellent. So now I just need to figure out how to land on the landing pad. That is not a good landing spot, but I think that it does in fact work. We could actually turn off the air brakes and fall a little faster now. The thing is, ideally we want to land it over there where the landing pad is. That is one of the most impressive things if you watch that Blue Origin video, is the way it lands exactly on target. And, you know, doing that in guidance, things don't do that, right? Landing exactly on the whole thing. It would give you 4 minutes of 0G. Would it be in comparable price? I think no. I think it will be more expensive than the Vomit Comet. I think it'll be probably 100 to 200k. I think they're going to be competing against Virgin Galactic. Although, I mean, it'll just be really interesting to see. I mean, they are going to use... I have to say, Blue Origin uses a lot more fuel than Virgin Galactic, I'm pretty sure. So it could actually be like $1 million seats on that thing. But I don't honestly know. We'll find out. What's the point of separate modules for this application? Sorry, what are you talking about? Are we gonna land? Hey, excellent. Totally works. Why have we have separate modules? Because when these guys are landing, you don't want them to... these guys totally reach the Kármán line. They don't want to have the crew, the people, landing on top of the giant tank of explosive fuel. That's why you would have two separate groups of people. Yes. Okay, how are we doing? We're only 1 hour and 5 minutes in. That's excellent. Well, yes. I want to play something else for a little while. I think I'll maybe try to... I'm not sure how to actually get this thing onto the landing pad. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is recover this. I have a plan. Have I played any more of the Long Dark? Yeah, I've occasionally played it. I'm not going to play Elite because if I plug in my HOTAS, it will probably cause this thing to break. So what I need to do, Oh, pardon me. Itchy nose again. Would make a good Kerbal OS project. Okay, great. So what I'm gonna do is new. We're gonna put a command pod out here and launch this. Okay. Do I play X-Plane ever? Not really. In fact, I don't own X-Plane, so yes, I don't play it. Okay, so let's EVA, and we're just going to put a little flag on here, right? That's what I'm going to do. Plant a flag, more or less here. I mean, I guess I could just leave any random piece of debris here. So we're going to use that to target the launch pad. I'm just going to see how close I can get it to the launch pad. Okay. And then we're going to recover the vessel. And I'm going to recover the capsule. And then we're going to launch from the runway so that we don't obliterate the item on here, right? Yes, I'll be... We're not going to want that. No, no, no. This is where it's going to be slightly hard because I have to pick. That's not that. I want the crew thing. We're going to recover that. Excellent. Okay. If a space elevator is ever built, do you think it will be public or private? That is a very good question. I think that it will probably... I don't know. I don't honestly know. Okay, let's go. We need BO3. BO3, that's the one. Load this up. Here we go. And I'm going to cut down on my gimbal limit early on just to avoid that oscillation. Right. What? Oh god, good lord. I have tried Elite on mouse and keyboard, and while it's okay, I really, really just don't enjoy it as much as if I have a HOTAS. Okay, here we go. Throttle and go! Just keep going straight. So that's what we're going to target. I'm going to target the launch pad. There we go. That's targeted now. So I guess what I should actually do right away is put a very slight, lateral velocity on this. That's really what the problem is. That we go straight up when in fact we should be going slightly to the left. Okay. Will it blend? I can't honestly say. It's not. No, it's the HOTAS is fine. Actually, unplugging it and then plugging in an Xbox gamepad caused the mouse to break. That's really the thing, and it's really, really disappointing. It's just the dumbest thing ever. The left mouse button refuses to work. I only have the X52 Pro, which I find to be pretty good. Okay, here we go. Yes, here we go. Higher, take me higher, and there, that's good. I think we're going to manage that. What do you think? No, well, that's the nature. No, NASA was originally supposed to do that, right? That was always the whole, NASA's supposed to be the... It's not so. It's supposed to be like a trailblazer or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do something here. I'm not gonna set... These things aren't gonna deploy until the very last minute. And by then, hopefully, everything should be fine. I'm gonna deploy these chutes. Meanwhile, this is ready to go. And it now needs to figure out how to hit this. Okay, deploy orbit. So RCS thrusters. We're going to go this way. Yeah, oh no, 270. Wrong way. Wrong way. I'm going to give this thing a little bit of thrust. Okay. And so now we're going to point vertical and just save this. So I think that thing will be totally... Oh, hands off, except for the landing gear. I need the landing gear deployed. Now it'll be totally hands off. Okay, so I can F5. Thanks, movie. Movie 002 is trying to troll me by saying that thanks to me, he is going to pursue a career in astrology. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Yes, nice troll there. Yes. I've wondered every now and then someone's like, "Oh, you're an astrologer or whatever." Like, well, what's my star sign or whatever? Well, according to your star sign, you will die a slow, painful death. That's my straight up response to any of that stuff. Okay, so let's actually try putting it on the surface. You know what? I think I need more thrust in this direction. That's what I'm going to do. More thrust in this direction. There. Get it a little closer, right? See that? See how this is adjusting? So what I'm doing is I'm following this thing. I'm hoping that this Blue Origin capsule won't evaporate before, won't disintegrate or whatever, disappear from the game. And then, of course, I'm going to set my standard orientation to retrograde here. Hold me closer, tiny shepherd. Okay. They're awesome. Great. Thanks, Nico33. I hope you're being honest there. Okay, now we're still coming down. You see, now this is much more on course, right? Because I made those course adjustments. And this is where I need to really think about things, right? So I'm going to push this way. We're starting to make course corrections to try and get it on course for the pad. Because I'm totally going to miss it. Yeah, I'm totally missing this thing here. I don't know where my thing was, but I think I might have ruined it. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. That's what it is, right? Tony Danza. Oh, okay. I need to do a bit of a lateral here. This is so hard to do. Hardest thing ever, and of course I'm totally gonna run out of fuel before this happens. Let's see if I can just get it on the pad. Doing this on the moon is just about feasible. Doing it on Kerbal. Oh crap! 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 Oh crap! Okay. I clicked on a outside the window. That was what happened there. Okay, how are we doing for fuel? Okay, throttle up, throttle up, throttle up. Okay, we're doing okay here. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Okay. No, not right, not quite right. No, 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 no. Oh no! This is so hard to steer. This is so hard to steer. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna land here. I'm just gonna land on the side here. Stop! Stop! Just land right here. Land right here. Land right here. Land right here. No! 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 Oh, it landed! Yes! Oh man, that is so funny. Oh wow. Oh dear, 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 dear. Okay, here's this. Yep, I'm sorry. Anyway, pardon me. There was just some stuff going on there. Yeah. One of the things you can actually do, and I should do this, is adjust the throttle limits, right? So we're gonna be able to do that. We almost did it though. We got so close. I was pretty impressive. I was pretty impressed, not impressive. I was very unimpressive, right? Yeah, I clicked on a window outside of my area, and okay, so Nikra Savio TV, Tavaios TV, whatever. I'm sorry, I messed. I thought I had the air brakes deployed. Did I forget to deploy them? That's funny. Okay, let's try. Oh, I can just reload, right? Yes. Okay, yes, somebody pointed out that my air brakes never deployed. Okay, so we have this thing targeted. There's the capsule there. And I should switch this to surface mode. We're actually pretty much on target there, but we're not at all. So I'm going to make a small correction burn in this direction. Right? Let's do that. Let's just see. Should probably bring my numbers up. And you know what I'm also going to do is adjust my thrust limiting here. Adjust my gimbal limit, maybe. They definitely were deployed. Okay, so I was just bad. I thought, oh, maybe that was the reason I didn't do it, was because my brakes weren't deployed properly. But no, apparently I'm just bad. Okay. Once we start falling down, that's when we're really going to see what we need. So we're moving away from the BO3, which is, of course, an acronym for Blue Origin. Anyway, yeah, he says open source developer. Yes, that was in the past. I really haven't contributed to open source very much in the last few years, just through lack of time. That's really what it is. So I can't really claim much credit for open source these days. As much as I totally believe in the... I know I deployed the things for my... whatchamacallit. Okay, so I'm definitely still falling eastward, so I need to throttle this way again a little more. Let's see, I'm just hoping... Ah, that's a little better. Okay, that's putting us a little more on target. So let's just point this upwards. There we go. BO3 is falling and should land on its own this time. Or maybe not. I'm really interested to see if that thing lands on its own. So, yep. I don't actually know. Monopropellant is not going to be a problem, but liquid fuel could well be a problem here. Why can't you just use parachutes? Because parachutes, I mean, it's about a simplicity thing, right? If you have engines that you can relight and software, then it's... If you have engines that you can relight, then it's literally a software problem to land it, right? You know, not having parachutes is a vastly simpler process. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 800 meters per second. And now I think we might actually be coming in this direction, so I'm gonna make a little burn this way. Just push that on. Yeah, definitely coming in slightly to the east of it. How close do you think I have to get? I mean, I thought I get pretty close. I get next to the landing pad there. Okay, we're making a correction burn. Okay, this point, now we're just going to let the air brakes kick in. Yeah, these air brakes are really going to slow us down. Look at the BO3 there. I wonder if that's going to explode or land safely. Oh wow, that really slowed down quickly. Oh man, the parachute's got destroyed by forces and heat, so it's gonna die. It's gonna die! Okay. And engines on! We're gonna slow this the heck down. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what happens when you adjust the throttle in these things. Okay, and this one... why are my air brakes deployed? Oh, apparently one of the chutes got destroyed, but the other one didn't. Oh well, this is going to survive. Well, that's looking up. Let's reload this. Only one did. I changed the min pressure on 2 of them. That's what I did wrong. I said brakes, air brakes. I forgot that they would do this symmetrically. Yeah, min pressure to there. There we go. So F5. Now we're back to this one. Brakes deployed. And we're going to wait for the descent to start. Okay, now we're going down. We're going to target this thing. And I need to push this way. Because I'm in surface mode. That's more like it. Oh, wow, that seems to have fixed... Oh, no, nope. There we go. Literally nothing could possibly go wrong except for everything. Oh, no. Oh. Now I'm definitely feeling the air brakes kicking in. Kicking in hard. Okay, here we go. My bitrate is falling. Wait, did I lose the capsule there? Did it evaporate on me? Oh well, so much for that. Okay. Throttle those engines up and start displacing. Okay. Gotta get a lateral there. Gotta get a lateral displacement to the launch pad. I think if we get it within that square area, then I'm gonna be quite happy. Oh! Okay, let's do this. 35 meters per second. Yeah, those air brakes really mess things up, I gotta say. I'm sorry, I'm gonna ditch these. Throttle up again. Throttle up again. Okay. Yes, that was totally intentional. Okay, we gotta... I gotta let this go. Hold on. How come the first time I landed it so well, and ever since I've got worse and worse? This is what this says is I need to quit while I'm ahead, right? I think honestly I am actually exhausted because of last night. So I am going to call this a night. No, Blue Origin, it's really impressive what they did. Obviously, it's not as hard as what SpaceX is doing, but it does look like Blue Origin have a really good engine that does deep throttling better than the Merlin engine. Regardless, tomorrow we got a big day. Hoping that I might be able to do a bit of PC building or something. We have the case right here. Look, here it is. It's a computer case. Oh yes, there we go. Look in there, big black fractal design. Oh yes, and we're gonna have top of the line CPU, top of the line graphics card. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. Anyway, yes, no, it's a fractal design case. Anyway, yes, I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Until the next time, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.